Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in again. It's been a while since I did any YouTube videos. Those of you that have seen the last two will remember that we concentrated on PlayStation 3 collector's editions and Steelbooks. Well, this time we're going to stay with the Steelbook vibe, but we're going to have my top 10 movie Steelbooks. For any of you not aware of movie Steelbooks or thinking about getting into collecting them, I should point out that it's a bit of a minefield these days. When I first started collecting, probably it's about 3-4 years ago, it was easy. You only had one release a week, but now thanks to Zavvi.com and Play.com, not so much Play now, but in the past, there seems to be a never-ending torrent of these Steelbooks coming out. If a film's been made, there seems to be a Steelbook for it. Now, as I say, for anybody interested in getting into this, I'll just point out a couple of things for you straight away. There are certain Steelbooks that have gone into the stratosphere price-wise. For instance, if you wanted to pick up a copy of that, now I mean that is actually a used copy without the cardboard sleeve. But if you wanted to say start to collecting sealed copies, which I wouldn't recommend that you do, one of them will probably cost you 120 quid, 130 quid, possibly more. It seems to go up by the day. So as I say, I was lucky enough to pick that up in Kex for about 10 quid. So, you know, by all means go with used, because that's the way to go. Likewise with that one, if you want a sealed copy of that, that'll cost you, well, yeah, you might be getting on close to 200 quid with that, because it's very popular. But in used, you know, you can probably pick it up for around about the 80 to 100 quid mark. There again, I walked into Kex and somebody had actually sold some Marvel Steelbooks, and I picked that up for 6 quid, which was ridiculous. Also, you've got to watch out for this sort of stuff. I mean, that is a very expensive Steelbook, whether you buy it used or sealed. But Zavvi in their wisdom decided that they would reprint some Steelbooks, and that was one of them. Now this particular one is just a one disc edition. It's a reprint, as I say, but if you want the original, it's got 3 discs, so you have to watch out for that sort of thing, because you might end up paying a lot of money for something which is not worth the price of the original. So, you know, if you see something that's only 1 disc, check that it's not supposed to be 2 or 3 discs or whatever. Okay, so enough of the collecting stuff. I'm now going to move on to showing you my top 10. Well, actually, I lied. It isn't my top 10 at all. It's actually top 12, because I've included a couple of Steelbooks which, although I wouldn't say they were aesthetically pleasing, I've just included them because they're 2 of my favourite films. There's number 12, Good, the Bad and the Ugly. One of my favourite all-time westerns, in fact one of my favourite all-time films. The Steelbook's not too bad. The front cover's a little bit boring. The back cover's a lot better. It's got a nice picture of Clint there. As I say, that's just one I had to chip in there, because I love the film so much. Let's put it all back together. Now this one is it's in my top 3 of all-time films. It's V for Vendetta. A lot of you probably remember it from the comics, Alan Moore. I love this film so much that I haven't even bothered to unseal it yet. You might not be able to see it too well because it's quite a dark cover anyway, but it's still sealed, so it might be reflecting a bit there. But I just had to include it in my top 10, even though it's not that great a Steelbook. Had to be there. So that gets the two rogue ones out of the way. So at number 10, I picked Cabin in the Woods. It's not a bad film, but I like the Steelbook because you don't get too many Steelbooks that are silver backed. And for some reason I find silver Steelbooks aesthetically pleasing. And this one's a nice simple design. Sometimes less is good when it comes to Steelbooks. You don't have to have it complicated. But yeah, that one I particularly like. I'm not going to bother to take the jacket off because it's stuck down with sellotape. The only trouble with these, as some of you might know if you are collecting them, these covers can be a bit of a pain. That one is stuck down, so I'm not going to take it off. Right, to move on to number 9. It's another one with a nasty. This one's stuck down with those horrible little plasticky things they put on, the sticky plastic. Yeah, number 9, Dark Shadows. There again, it's a film that I like. I know a lot of people didn't. Tim Burton, the cinema, it didn't do that well, but I just find I like the purple. I like the purple background, and you don't see many Steelbooks with a conglomeration of people sitting in the front. So I just like that one. It pleases me. It's easy on the eye. So that's our number 9. Now number 8. I can take the cover off of this one because it's does it? No, yeah, it slips off a bit easier. Okay, number 8 we're at. This is a film that I detest with a passion. Can't stand it. Horrible film. But I like the Steelbook because I'm a sucker for gold. Whether it be a game, whether it be a film, love gold Steelbooks. So I've chipped that one in. The back cover's not all that interesting, but the front cover I like. So there we are with number 8. And at number 7, this is one I've just acquired. Luckily it's got no sticky on it at all. It's Pan's Labyrinth. It's one of those Zavvi exclusive jobs, as I remember. Now that is a particularly nice cover, I find. It's I don't know, it reminds me of an art style, but I can't quite remember what it is. But it's a lovely put together one, that, and it's got a very nice back cover as well, which is unusual on Steelbooks. You either get a nice front, awful back, or vice versa. But yes, that one is a particular favourite of mine. Right, so where are we now? We're moving into number 6. Now this is another film that I particularly like, but I like the Steelbook because it's imposing. It's not particularly flashy, but it's imposing. If any of you have seen the film, you'll know this. Where this particular scene on the front cover comes from, and I found it imposing on the film and also on the Steelbook. It's got a bit of a back cover as well. So yeah, as I say, that's probably one where less is good in terms of the aesthetics of it anyway. So that's Prometheus that comes in at number 6, I think we are. Right, now number 5. I love this film, and I happen to love Angelina Jolie. It's only one of I think it's only one of 2 Steelbooks I've got with her on the cover. The other one would be Wanted, which is not a particularly good cover. So, but that one I like, and it's also got the advantage of having a very nice back to it as well. These ones I'm showing you, they're not particularly expensive actually. I mean, Prometheus might might set you back a few coppers because it was a Play.com exclusive. But yeah, I mean that one I think is missing the cardboard sleeve or paper sleeve, whatever it had on it to start with. But I picked it up for about £7 second hand, and it's in nice condition. So got a little bit of a dink on them. But you normally find this with used. You know, if you're willing to put up with that sort of thing, you can pick up nice used copies very cheaply. Okay, now we're into number 4. Right, here we go. The second Expendables film. I don't mind these films. I like number 1. Number 2 I went to the cinema to see, and I found it to be a very good watch. There again, luckily the cover comes off of that quite easily, because the joy of this Steelbook actually is not so much the front cover, it's that. I particularly like that. They should have actually stuck that on the front, in my opinion. Although the front cover is quite admirable, but they should have put that on the front cover, I reckon, because that's nice. I also find these black Steelbooks with silver on them, as I'm going to show you with number 3 coming up here. I find those particularly nice as well, you know, pleasing to the eye. So that's 4 out of 10 we've done. So now we come into my top 3, and coming in at number 3 is Snow White and the Huntsman. Now, I don't reckon you could get much better than that as a Steelbook cover. I mean, it's artistically lovely, and as I say, the silver and the other colours on the black just set it up nicely. The original of this, or should I say the retail version of this, the standalone retail version of this, actually comes with a cardboard cover on, but this actually came out of a box set with a book, so that's why it hasn't got the cover with it. The back's not quite as nifty, but yeah, if you're a big fan of Charlize Theron and you like Steelbooks, hunt this one down. It's not all that expensive. Find it somewhere. Right, number 2. Another film that I like and nobody else seems to. Riddick. That was the that was the 3rd in the series after Pitch Black, and the other Riddick film, which I can't remember offhand the title of it. But anyway, it's another one of those nice gold jobbies. They don't do many gold Steelbooks at all. But that one is actually hard to find now. You'll struggle to find that for less than £30. And it's got quite a nifty back cover to it as well. So yeah, you might have trouble finding that one if you, like me, like it. Right, and then we come down to ta-da, number 1. My favourite all-time Steelbook, Captain America. I don't know, that is just outstanding. Captain America's shield. It's, as I say, it's another one of those that's not particularly flashy, not particularly artistically brilliant, but it just, I don't know, it just suits the Steelbook, and I think it's just lovely. If I can just peel away the cover here without completely wrecking it. Oh, it's got that horrible sticky stuff on it as well. That's the back cover, which is also quite nice. Yeah, unfortunately, if you're looking for a copy of that used, you know, you're in the realms of £50. If you want a sealed copy of it, just get out a second mortgage, because it'll cost you a lot. But yeah, my favourite all-time Steelbook, lovely. Yep, so that's my top 10 video Steelbooks. I hope the game's enthusiasts amongst you didn't mind me taking a quick switch. Yeah, please do start collecting them, because there's millions of them. You can go down your keks or anywhere like that and probably find half a dozen on the shelves to start you. So yeah, good luck, and that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching again.